Hey guys, so in today's video I want to make this hopefully quick. I'm going to be installing a oil catch can into the Ford Maverick. So just to first get this out of the way, you guys can go ahead and argue in the comment section about whether we need an oil catch can or not, or whatever. Go ahead. I've done my own research. I know that these types of engines, just because they don't have that dual injection setup, they don't actually clean the valves, and you do get a certain amount of deposits building up on the top of the valves. That's from my research, from my understanding, and just working on engines. You guys can go ahead and make up your mind. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to watch the video. But for those that do, welcome. So the one that I got, it's from a company called Evil Energy. Super scary. That's their logo. It's on Amazon. I'll post a link to all the different items that are needed. I'd rather you guys go with a setup like this, and I'll show you what else you need, than to pay $200-300 to somebody that's creating the kit for you, essentially the same components, and charging you some crazy price. All right, so the kit comes in this box. You get the oil catch can, you get this hose, and we'll talk about this hose, all the different hardware, screws, hose clamps. You get this steel wool, and I'll show you what to do with that. And you get this mounting bracket for inside the vehicle. And you get this cool sticker, which I'm so totally gonna be putting on my truck. Yep, can't wait for that. Alrighty, now this is all great and dandy. This guy, don't use it. Don't use this hose. It's a good hose for this diameter, but I wouldn't use this one. I'd go with a large one, and I'll show you why. So aside from this, I think this was around like $30. So you're gonna need this. The next things you're gonna need are, you wanna go ahead and buy these PCV valve quick connects. The vehicle comes with it, but for some reason Ford decided that the connectors that they used on the car, they have a different setup. They're not these types that you can remove. You can remove them, but they're not a serviceable item. They're meant for you to essentially break them off. And they have these orange clips, and we'll see that later. And you can't really, you can't do anything with those. You can't really salvage it. There's no good way to take them off. So that's why you want to buy these, so that you have a set. And these I'll also link in the eBay description. They're like $9 each, so you got another $20 there. You want 1-inch hose clamps, and also you want to get fuel line hose that has a ID or inner diameter of 5/8. Okay, so 5/8 is gonna work with this, and it's also gonna work with this larger nozzle attachment that they give you. So these are the things that you need. Hose, I think this was, I want to say $15. Again, I'll put the link. These two together, $20. This is stuff I had laying around, so I don't know, maybe 75 cents for all four, and then $30 for this oil catch can setup. Overall, I mean, you're gonna spend maybe like $60 on everything you need, instead of going and paying somebody a hell of a lot more. The reason I went with this specific one, I didn't want to get the one with the filter. I don't want to mess with any of that stuff, just because, you know, I feel like the airflow sensor knows what's coming into the vehicle. You're introducing fresh air, and not my thing. So the reason I went with this, because it has no filter. Also, it has this little dipstick thing that you can unscrew on the top, and it'll tell you how much of the can is filled. I don't know if that's useful or gimmicky, but we'll see. But the main reason that I went with this specific one is that the baffle inside unscrews. This is very difficult with one hand. Okay, it unscrews, but on top of that, the baffle itself will separate so that you can take this steel wool material and place it inside. Any second now. Okay, you would place it inside of here and then close it up, put it all back together. This just gives the air that's coming in from the car to have more surface area for all the crud to kind of catch on to and deposit any oil or whatever carbon onto this, and it will then just kind of condense down and get caught in the oil catch can. All right, so that is what we have here. First thing, very important thing, don't open any of the stuff inside your house. Whatever cutting fluid that they use, it just smells a little funky. So I made sure to open everything up outside, let it air dry for a few hours, and then you can bring it all inside if you need to, or into your garage, wherever. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I wash everything, let it dry outside in the sun, and then we'll go ahead and look at what's underneath the vehicle. All right, so I cleaned off everything. I let it sit outside in the sun for about an hour just to dry off. Next thing I did is, this is the baffle. I opened it up, and remember that steel wool that I showed earlier? I separated about half of it, maybe a little less, and just kind of shoved it in there and closed it off. You just want to make sure that the steel wool, there's no like small little pieces of the steel wool or little particles, stuff like this you want to avoid. So just make sure that when you do separate it, you kind of shake it off, make sure all the little debris is completely out. That way, you don't introduce anything inside your engine. You don't want any kind of metal particles or debris inside your engine. Again, it's a low pressure system, so it's not, if it falls to the bottom of the oil catch can, it's not like it's gonna get sucked back up that easily. There's a chance, but again, better safe than sorry. Okay, so that's set up. Now, as far as the hose, so this is the hose that came with the kit. Obviously, we're not gonna be using that. This is the 5/8 fuel hose that I'm gonna be using. Now, there's a lot of ways of cutting this type of hose. It could be difficult if you don't have the right tools. You can use a kind of a serrated knife, a blade, even a saw, like whatever you got to do to get it cut. For me, the easiest thing that I find is to use one of these types of cutters. I actually bought this for doing PEX tubing. This cuts that great, but it works just as well with fuel hose. So let me try to get this in the camera view. So as you can see, I'm just gonna kind of cut off a little sliver just to show you. So once you have it in there, again, it's actually pretty smooth how nicely it cuts it. This makes it easy. I think this was came with a kit, but probably it's maybe $8, $10, super cheap. Makes cutting these types of hose very easy. So I would definitely recommend maybe having this if you don't already have it. If you've done work with PEX or plumbing in your own house, you would probably have this laying around. If not, just find something sharp to cut it with. All right, so now we're gonna go outside and hook up everything. Honestly, the actual installation, the longest part of the installation is probably gonna be getting those connectors off, and then also finding a place to mount it. The rest is actually pretty straightforward. So quick thing, obviously these kits are meant to be universal, to expect it to fit in any spot in the Maverick underneath the hood. It's kind of silly, but one thing that I had to do was just at the top here, I drilled a hole. It already comes with these two holes and these two holes. That's to mount the catch can depending on where you put it, but it was just kind of weird that they didn't include a hole at the top. So I just took me maybe 10 seconds, drill a hole, and this gives me more options to mount it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start that. All right, so after drilling that hole on the top, I mounted the oil catch can here. So this is where the filling nozzle for the windshield wiper fluid is. I just used that bolt, and that hole kind of sits in between the metal kind of nut fitting and the actual frame itself. So let me bring the camera a little closer. And I ended up using just one of the screws and mounting it on the lower one. Mounting it to both of them was bringing this a little too high and it would hit the hood. So I'm using the lower one. All right, now the fun part. So as you can see here, these are the clips that Ford uses, these orange ones. They require a very special tool, and even at that point, I believe in the manual for the techs, it says you need to replace this because essentially you need to break it to get it off. So I'm gonna go ahead. So I did this side. So these are the two that we're gonna be using. So this one right here, and this is going into the intake, right? So I'm gonna put this back, and let's see how gracefully we can do this part. All right, I'm gonna grab a needle nose and see if I can just.
All right, and you have to remember not to put too much pressure on the actual plastic nozzle that it's sitting on. Let's see if we can. I'll use a flat head for this.
And there goes that piece.
And if you're scared of avoiding warranties, then probably shouldn't do this.
All right, and that's how it comes off gracefully. Not very graceful, but you also want to make sure you don't get any debris in there, because if you do, that's not good.
Okay. And after you do all that fun stuff, you are left
With all this fun orange debris. All right, so now that we have gotten that one off, and we also have gotten this guy off, and this is what you have. Keep this, because you can actually replace this orange clip. They sell those, and also they have blue ones. So all of this will go back if you ever need to go to get work done and you're afraid for some reason, or your dealership is just a pain in the ass, then yeah, you can just replace these orange clips, put everything back as stock, and you're good to go. So now, as you can see, we have these PCV connectors that I bought. So this one will go on here. I mean, you can always orient it however you want, but I'm just gonna put that one like that for now. This one, we'll put it like that. And now what you want to do is measure out your hose and connect it to the right ones. So this one is going to be connected to where it says out on the oil catch can, and this one's connected to where it says in. All right, so we're all buttoned up. Once again, in is coming from your manifold, and out is going to be going into your intake. And this is your manifold right here. This is going into your intake. Connect that with hoses. You want to make sure you give the hoses a bit of slack. You don't want it to be completely tight, but also not too loose, so they're kind of flapping around. Not that these will, because these are pretty firm. Just so that when there's movement in the engine, we're tied to the frame here. This obviously has wiggle room, the engine's going to be moving around, so you don't want it to start pulling in things. And obviously when it heats up in here, these hoses also get soft. They were just kind of hard to get straight because they come rounded. So you just want to kind of leave them out in the sun if you can before you do this kind of work. But yeah, let's go ahead and test it out. Alrighty, let's test it out. Moment of truth. Oh yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel that. It's at least a 30 horsepower gain. At least. Would have been 40 if I put the sticker on, but you know what, not my style. Alright, everything looks nice and secure. This engine is so loud. Well, just the engine base, very clicky. But we'll see in about a month what we get. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I guess just a few last minute things to remind you guys of. Remember to put Teflon tape on these when you screw them in. The hose clamps, they are 1-inch hose clamps, so that's what you want. And yeah, that's about it. Let's go back in the car. Alrighty. So yeah, everything turned out well. I don't really ask you guys to subscribe or like or anything because I don't really care about all that stuff. If you find any of this useful, then you know, good for you, and hopefully it serves a purpose. So as you guys know, I also sell the cubby grids, so if you do want to support me, go ahead and you can grab those. Aside from that, hope you guys have a lovely day, and thanks for watching. Bye.